If you open any social media feed today, you are immediately flooded with promises that AI is a money-printing machine requiring almost zero effort. This mindset treats a $20 monthly subscription to a foundational language or image model like a shortcut to a finished business. Generative AI creates undeniable economic value, but because these tools are universally accessible, simply having an account provides little differentiation in the market. This chart maps out AI monetization packs based on two factors: barrier to entry and long-term income stability. Social media highlights the red zone, high income, low effort. But sustainable value lives in the blue zone, where higher effort brings stability and copyright protection. Generating sustainable wealth with this technology requires either building the underlying systems or using those systems to scale a difficult pre-existing skill. The market prices AI outputs according to the human expertise and specialized effort required to produce them. One of the most stable paths involves building the infrastructure itself as an AI engineer or researcher. This route requires committing 4 to 6 months to professional certificates to learn the actual mechanics, specifically deep learning, Python, and machine learning. On our chart, this path plots high on effort and high on stability. That barrier to entry is reflected in the compensation, with data scientists averaging $122,500 and AI engineers earning roughly $138,500 in base salary. This represents a clear trade. You invest several months into a steep learning curve to secure a decade of specialized earning potential. Mastering the foundational architecture, how these systems are actually built, creates a skill set that's difficult to automate. The education required to reach this level acts as a filter, protecting the career path from being saturated by casual users. The second path involves AI-accelerated freelancing in fields like web design, copywriting, and translation. Generative tools can reduce initial drafting time to seconds, which allows a single person to manage a significantly larger client load. However, because that speed is available to everyone, pricing for basic freelance tasks is facing downward pressure across the major platforms. These income fluctuations reflect the commoditization of basic prompts. Without pre-existing design or editorial skills to ensure a high-quality final product, freelancers often find their clients using these tools directly to save costs. The third path is the high-volume content hustle, which involves generating large quantities of videos, blog posts, or merchandise designs using AI generators. This business model relies on sheer scale, using a high volume of synthetic assets to capture ad revenue or affiliate sales. When production moves this extremely fast, the digital marketplace very quickly becomes saturated with an endless sea of identical, low-value assets. There is also a significant legal consideration. Current U.S. Copyright Office guidelines state that pure AI-generated content generally resides in the public domain. Without proving significant human contribution, you lack the legal standing to stop others from copying and reselling your work. Furthermore, distribution platforms are updating their algorithms to identify and deprioritize low-effort synthetic media in search results. Using AI for speed only leads to sustainable profit when the output is anchored by a defensible human perspective. The fourth path is independent AI consulting, helping established companies integrate efficiency tools into their existing workflows. Success here depends on a deep understanding of complex business systems and a robust professional network. This path plots high on both axes because it requires high-level business acumen. Companies pay for organizational trust and the ability to manage change, not just a list of prompts. Finally, we have the path of utilizing AI for financial investing and portfolio management. Financial apps use Robo-Advisors to effectively automate personalized goals and reduce management fees for long-term investors. However, investors should be cautious regarding AI stock picking. Algorithms optimize based on historical data, but they struggle with real-world black swan events. A tool perfectly designed for absolute precision can quickly become wildly unreliable when it is suddenly faced with completely unpredictable external market forces. AI processes the past to suggest the future, which still leaves investors exposed to the risks of a volatile market. Deciding which path to take depends on matching the strategy to your available resources. The defining question of your strategy should be, what is your primary asset right now? For those who are time-rich but capital-poor, The 4 to 6 month investment in an AI career provides a specialized skill set that the hype cycle cannot easily reach. Those with established skills in sales, design, or marketing can apply AI to consulting or high-end freelancing to improve their margins. Strategies built entirely on low-effort volume face significant risks from shifting platform algorithms and the lack of copyright protection. Content that cannot be legally protected is vulnerable to competition, making it a precarious foundation for a long-term business model. The AI economy of 2026 rewards the application of technology to solve difficult problems, rather than the mere use of the software itself. A widely accessible digital tool only becomes a defensible business strategy when it is paired with human expertise.